Imagine being a mom and having no one to guide you through this new phase of life. Imagine being a mom and your baby gets sick and you have thousands of dollars in medical debt. Now imagine being a mom and your baby stops breathing and you don't have a car or any money to get the help that you need. These are terrible positions to be in and what may lead to a tragic ending. But these scenarios are real and may happen more often than you think. My name is Lukila and I am a senior at Grand Valley State University. My interest in medicine drove me to research infant mortality for my honor senior project. Infant mortality is the death of a baby before their first birthday. The rate of infant mortality is number of deaths per 1,000 births. It can be as high as 85 in some regions of the world and as low as 1 in others. It is a good indicator of the overall health of a country. So where do the United States fall? Our average is 5.7, with some states being higher or lower. There are many causes of infant mortality, like birth defects, preterm birth, low birth weight, pregnancy complications, sudden infant death syndrome, and injuries. When I mention all of these reasons, it seems as if we have very little control over the causes, and a lot of it is up to the mother's health. But when I dig deeper, I find that the true causes behind infant mortality is often social determinants of health. And I don't mean what physically ails the baby, but what caused it to be in that dreadful position in the first place. Social determinants of health are the mom's education, her marital status, her age, socioeconomic status, race, and behavior. These are primary drivers of gaps in infant mortality. Black infants are twice as likely to die before their first birthday than are non-Hispanic white infants. Just let that sink in. Twice as likely. This bar graph shows this statistic well. Now let's zoom in a little bit more, somewhere closer to home. This is a map of Michigan that shows the rates throughout the state. You can see some areas have extremely high rates while others are low. High infant mortality rates are found in both urban and rural areas throughout Michigan. Our rate is 6.6, which is slightly higher than the national average. However, some areas of the state are more than double that. In 2018, Detroit had the highest rate in the state at 16 deaths per 1,000 births. Our state has stark differences for infant mortality rates between white and black infants. However, those racial differences in socioeconomic position and maternal risk behaviors explain some, but not all, excess infant mortality. When these differences are accounted for, there is still a black and white infant mortality disparity. Why is this the case? History shows that when these two groups of people are treated differently, there are some serious consequences. After the desegregation of hospitals in 1964, the black infant mortality rate decreased significantly. Substantial evidence indicates that race is largely a social construct and that it influences health principally through social mechanisms. The American Medical Association recently recognized that racism is a threat to public health and we must act on this. So what is currently happening in Michigan to combat this? To start, Governor Whitmer released the Mother-Infant Health and Equity Improvement Plan, which focuses on the root causes of these issues. Its purpose is to improve the infant mortality black-white ratio by 15% to achieve a ratio of 2.3 black infant deaths for every 1 white infant death by 2023. Now in 2017, this rate was 2.8. Lowering it down to 2.3 is only a start, and there's a lot more work that needs to be done past that. This graphic shows the 3 ways the governor is prioritizing health equity and elevating black voices in Michigan. It includes ensuring healthcare professionals are trained to recognize and mitigate any bias, recognizing and addressing racism as a public health crisis, and creating the Black Leadership Advisory Council. There are also groups like Sister Friends who provide social support to moms throughout their pregnancy and their child's first year after birth. Another program is called Sew Up the Safety Net for Women and Children, which connects at-risk women to clinical and social services. A solid support system is essential for these new moms who could be a part of these grim statistics. Now let's imagine again that you were the mom whose baby stopped breathing. I know that we would all hope that we have the access to the help we deserve. Let us continue to support programs that help their mothers and their babies. It is important to stay informed about health issues plaguing our state and to never let racial differences determine the fate of a baby. I intend to use this information for good in my future as a physician. I challenge you to take some time and do your own research. I have attached links to references if you wish to do so. Thank you for your time and for your attention.